7 seats under $20,000 and you're not buying a minivan. That's what this video is about. I've done the research, dug into the reliability data, and I'm going to give you 5 used SUVs that can actually haul your whole family without destroying your bank account. But I'm also going to tell you the truth that most lists won't, including one pick that has a hidden flaw almost nobody talks about. Let's get into it. Welcome back. If you're shopping for a used 3-row SUV for a big family on a budget, the used market can feel overwhelming. So I narrowed it down to the 5 best options by value, reliability, and real-world family usability. Let's go from the underdog to the gold standard. Car number 1, Mitsubishi Outlander 2014 through 2020, the budget underdog. We're starting here because this one consistently gets overlooked, and that's exactly why it's a great deal. When the Outlander was completely redesigned for 2014, Mitsubishi did something unusual for a compact SUV. They made 3 rows of seating standard, not optional, standard. Most SUVs this size are 2-row only, so if you're searching small 3-row SUV, the Outlander is one of the only real answers. Because it doesn't carry the Toyota or Honda badge, you can often find 2016, 2017, even 2018 models with low miles at the same price as a 2013 Highlander. That's a massive win. Newer safety tech, lower miles, more budget left over. Now, real talk about the 3rd row. It's compact. We're talking kids and short adults on shorter trips. This isn't a Honda Pilot back there. But here's the thing. For most big families, the 3rd row is for kids anyway. Your 8-year-old doesn't care about legroom. Reliability is solid. RepairPal gives the Outlander 4 out of 5 stars, and annual maintenance costs average around $466, which is below average for the compact SUV class. Bottom line, if your budget is tight and you need a newer vehicle with 3 rows, the Outlander is your best kept secret. Car number 2, Kia Sorento V6 2011 through 2015. The gold mine. This generation of Sorento is one of the most undervalued family SUVs on the used market, especially if you find a well-maintained V6. Here's what most people miss. Kia facelisted the Sorento in 2014 with a serious upgrade, a new 3.3-liter direct-injected V6 making 290 horsepower, a stiffer body structure, and a retuned suspension. So 2014 and 2015 models are a noticeable step up over the earlier ones. If you're shopping this range, prioritize those years. The Sorento is shorter than the Highlander or Pilot, which is actually a feature if you're parking in tight spots or a garage. The interior punches above its weight, supported front seats, a generous 2nd row, and yes, a 3rd row that is honestly best for kids. We're not going to pretend otherwise. But with the 2nd row slid forward, kids back there are perfectly comfortable. Reliability is genuinely good on the V6 when maintained. Owners report these going well past 150,000 miles with routine upkeep. The paint on some models chips above the windshield, worth checking before you buy, but that's cosmetic. Bottom line, find a clean 2014 or 2015 V6 with service records and you found a gold mine. Car number 4, Mazda CX-9, 2007 through 2015, the secret reliability pick with one catch. Now, we get to the one I need to be honest with you about, because most best used SUV lists skip this part. The 1st-gen CX-9 is a fantastic family hauler. It handles better than almost anything in this price range, has 3 rows, and Mazda's build quality is excellent. The V6 is strong, and the ride feels genuinely premium for the money. Here's the history on the engine. The very first 2007 model used a Ford-sourced 3.5-liter V6. From 2008 onwards, Mazda switched to their own 3.7 MZI V6. Though it's based on the same Ford Cyclone engine family, Mazda built it themselves. It's a proven, powerful engine. But here's what nobody tells you. Every V6 CX-9 from 2007 to 2015 has a known water pump vulnerability. The pump is internal, chain-driven, and if it fails, it can cause catastrophic engine damage. It's not guaranteed to happen. Plenty of owners have hit 200,000 miles without touching it. But the consequences are severe enough that it's not something to ignore. So how do you protect yourself? Before buying, have a pre-purchase inspection done by a Mazda specialist. Check coolant level and condition, ask about the service history, and budget for a water pump replacement as preventative maintenance. If the price reflects the risk, the CX-9 is still one of the most rewarding drives on this list. Incredible car. Just go in with eyes open and do your homework first. Car number 4, Honda Pilot 2009 through 2015, the boxy legend. People used to make fun of the second-gen Pilot for looking like a refrigerator on wheels. Those people were wrong. That boxy shape is a feature. It's the reason this Pilot has one of the best cargo bays in its class. Straight walls, flat floor, usable space. A reviewer from Edmunds put it best. The boxy shape means you actually have a more usefully shaped cargo bay for bulky items. The Pilot was an 8-seater in this generation, 3 seats in both the second and third row, plus a sliding second row that moves forward to give third-row passengers more legroom. That's a design detail most people don't know about, and it makes a real difference. Now, about that third row. Adults under 6 feet can sit back there for short trips without misery. I'm not going to oversell it, it's not first class, but it's more usable than the Sorento or Outlander's third row. And for families carpooling kids, it's genuinely functional every day. The 3.5-liter V6 is bulletproof, the reliability record is excellent, and parts are plentiful and cheap because Honda made so many of these. If you want real cargo room and the most usable third row on this list for the money, the Pilot wins. Car number 5, Toyota Highlander 2008 through 2013, the gold standard. You knew this was coming, and it's here for a reason. The second-gen Highlander is everything the reputation promises, but there's one feature that makes it a masterclass for big families specifically, and most people don't know it exists: the center stow seat. The second row is a 40-20-40 bench. That middle section, you can configure it 3 ways: as a seat for a third passenger, as a center console with a tray table, or you can remove it entirely and stow it in the back of the center console, turning the second row into captain's chairs with a walkthrough to the third row. No other SUV in this price range does that. Toyota added the third row as standard across all trims from 2011 onwards. The third row is honest, it's best for kids, and Toyota made no secret of that. But the flexibility of the interior layout makes the whole cabin work harder than any rival. Reliability, it's a Highlander. The 3.5-liter V6 is one of the most dependable engines ever made. These things routinely hit 250,000 miles. The only downside is the price. Highlanders hold their value aggressively, so you're paying a premium. But if the budget allows, you're buying peace of mind. The gold standard earns the title. If you can find one in your budget, buy it. So there you have it. 5 budget SUVs that can actually handle a big family. Quick recap. Outlander, best value for newer miles. Sorento V6, the underrated goldmine. CX-9, brilliant, but check that water pump. Pilot, king of cargo and kid hauling. Highlander, the gold standard if the budget allows. If this helped you out, drop a like. It genuinely helps the channel. And let me know in the comments which one are you looking at. I read every single one. See you in the next one.